I never thought that the paradigm shift of switching from the old way of doing things essentially into meme culture would be this abrupt and would happen. Nobody could have really predicted that the meme stocks like GameStop and all these different things would have been such a catalyst for the paradigm shift that we're watching happening right in front of us right now. And what an interesting time for this to happen. I wonder if the fact that Elon Musk is the essentially credited as the richest man on earth at the current time of recording this video, the meme, the man who understands the meme, and you really can tell the future now looking at this stuff, just seeing what's happening with Dogecoin, what's happening with the common consciousness of people, and essentially just the ultimate paradigm shift that we're witnessing happening. And look at what's happening to Bitcoin. All this mainstream, just the entirety of the old guard, the old paradigm, just flipping on its ass and just completely giving way to what we're witnessing happening right here. I mean, he's building rocket ships and he's dominating the meme atmosphere. Isn't that amazing? So will Dogecoin rise to 10 cents? Who would have ever thought? I mean, I didn't see it happening this quickly. I really didn't. So, and essentially, of course, Elon Musk would be the one to lead the charge while we watch the entire flip of this is the paradigm shift. I mean, I've been saying this for years. I've been coming on here and I've been predicting this stuff. And it feels good, man. It feels good to be proven right. It feels good to actually see this happening in real time right in front of us. So I am advocating that we all tweet at Elon Musk consistently. I'm leading the charge at Elon Musk. Talk about DigiByte next. Let's get the man to pump DigiByte. Let's do it. Let's do it, people. Let's advocate for it. I'm going to post a video every single day now telling people to advocate for Elon Musk. Elon Musk, man, we want the man, he essentially has inherited a lot of the interest that Twitter had. When we saw the Donald getting banned off of Twitter, it became a really boring place. But then I guess Elon saw the opportunity and moved on it, and essentially now is leading the charge of this new age of celebrity, which I find is interesting. I find it very interesting. Who has Dogecoin? Anybody out there? Anybody in the chat? Are you a Dogecoin advocate? I'd like to know. Certain things very much do interest me. Doge. And we'll certainly see where. So if of course, if you guys are interested, you can send me Bitcoin, or you could send me DigiByte. You could send me Litecoin or Ethereum if you enjoy the content on here. And I could easily see a $1 Dogecoin resulting out of this. Very, very. The sky's the limit. The entire especially what with the there's essentially it seems like there's two different classes of people now, or two different classes of money that are sort of growing as a result of what we're watching happening with like this sort of like under 30 crowd. These people who are all these people who are like wannabe entrepreneurs and stuff like that. Hey, we got the first person in the chat. What's up? Are you a DigiByte advocate? Let us know in the conversation. What are your opinions on the current state of things that are happening? So, editor's note: the story contains tweets with language. Wow, so weird to see that. Right at the same time where things on the internet essentially have so much opportunity to be so free from a lot of the different aspects of censorship and all this different stuff, is exactly at the same time that we're watching the entire world really suffering. Bitcoin will be king. I mean, Bitcoin is essentially the only game in town, Chris. Definitely an interesting point there that you made in the chat. And I am inclined to agree with that sentiment. Of course, moving forward, though, it seems as if this, covering this dynamic shift into meme culture. Now this is interesting tweet right here. Um, and essentially, while we're watching, the entire world being flipped on its ass, the Fed just continues to print more money. Um, our My attention does turn towards someone like Elon Musk, and I hope and I pray that he takes it upon himself to maybe launch satellites from and essentially create a parallel internet. Well, the one that we're on seems doomed for destruction. How's Infinite Growth? How you doing? This is giving me a little wave there. Essentially, the old guard paradigm does seem doomed for destruction, does it not? Even if it is a short time away. Script Skynet just tweeted a half an hour ago, our digital identity SSI with ZKP exchange and passwordless authentication. So this is why, DigiByte is in fact a better Bitcoin, just because there's no fees. When you talk about real adoption and real uses of these things, I do see DigiByte as being one of those cryptos that has potential for a lot more opportunity. So those of you who are wondering about the super chats, I am accepting donations in crypto now. So I have my Bitcoin wallet, my DigiByte wallet, my LiteCoin wallet, and Ethereum. I will be adding a Dogecoin wallet just for the meme purposes. Although it is definitely, and it is interesting to see how a lot of the pump and dumps have been happening on sort of a viral stage now. What with a lot of the different aspects of people who've been coming into the space, the new people who've been joining in. There certainly is a lot to be said about that. This sort of new millennial Gen Z entrepreneurship aspect of the cryptocurrency space certainly is something that we really can't we can't take for granted, to the fullest extent of the fullest implications of this and how they're going to manifest themselves real time, essentially in the hearts, minds, and souls of the mom and pop, Uncle Joe, and what have you of the world. All these people. Nick D says, do not count on Elon Musk. This attempt has been going on for months, and he didn't tweet about DGB. Elon Musk is promoting his own personal interests, according to Nick D. He is a genius, after all. If he wanted to tweet something, he would by now, since he is a genius. He knows the real value of DigiByte. He says, do not count on Elon Musk. Well, I suppose, Nick D, my answer to you, or at least my response to that would be, do you think he's just pumping do you think he's just pumping Dogecoin because he has fat wallets of it, or do you think he actually I honestly think that Elon Musk wouldn't have made himself public, in terms of how he's voiced a lot of his own personal opinions about a lot of these different things. He has stated time and time again that he's unhappy with a lot of the different aspects about what's been happening in terms of the recent crackdowns, and a lot of the more sad aspects of the direction that the internet has taken. Realistically, if it even reached $1, I think that. Oh yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, so we got some people coming in the chat. Elon is just having fun with his barrels of money. He is. He's definitely having fun, but I think that he has philosophical principles that are underlying, that go hand in hand with a lot of the different things that he's purporting here. And I definitely could easily see Elon really throwing his weight around. But I have to tell you something. For those of you who are sort of doom and gloomers about Elon Musk, he really is sort of our only hope. If you really think about it, he's the richest, probably second richest man behind Putin. But still, he really is our last hope to save the internet and sort of create a parallel internet to the one that already exists, and essentially maybe there is this situation that I workshop in my head, I workshopped this idea in my head that, if Elon wanted to go and like buy some like third world country, or go set up or go shoot satellites off using like SpaceX or something like that, and essentially create an internet that could undercut the one that we're currently existing in. I think that he would be the man to do it, and actually be able to sort of combat a lot of the different aspects that we're currently struggling with, as a community. And essentially the clock is ticking, but the money is there, especially because the fact that everybody who was a Bitcoin holder was sort of in this like underground message board of the internet, definitely does sort of show you where a lot of those floods of like stimulus check money and all that stuff certainly did flow in the direction of one of the weirder parts of the internet. And essentially, I see that as a major catalyst for why GameStop, which of course, we do have to understand the implications of this and how it's going to relate to people like even myself, who speak upon physical issues, have about this sort of perspective when it comes to these different things. Will be very interesting to see how the response to this is going to be. So yeah, checking on Wall Street Bets now. Just looking at the latest tweets that we see. Robinhood, I never really had much faith in Robinhood. Robinhood is sort of like what some college kid buys or downloads and thinks that he's an entrepreneur when he, no, which is sort of funny because there's probably some kid out there who was like, well, he bought all of his favorite stocks or all of his favorite companies. He goes to GameStop and he bought some GameStop stock just because he likes to go to GameStop. And now all of a sudden he's sitting on a big pile of money. So this Ron K says usually the biggest driver in confidence, and what blockchain do you have more confidence in the DigiByte? Exactly. Um, you know, uh, yeah, he wouldn't pump electronium. It is interesting. And I also think that Elon is just a man of the memes. I think that he does appreciate a good meme, and I think that he's just and I think he's a good. I think that he, as far as billionaires go, I think that he is. I think that he actually has people's best interests in heart. I mean, I know that whole malevolent billionaire thing is sort of is sort of funny at this point. It's not necessarily something that you know what I mean, like the billionaire with a heart of gold sort of meme. But yeah, I mean, what can we really expect about the future while we're moving forward with a lot of these different things? I mean, um, Digibyte would be so easy to pump. I know, and this is another reason why I see it as a very definite possibility that we could see the pumping of Digibyte. It makes too much sense. And I think that we will see different pump and dump circumstances with a lot of these different cryptos while we're basically going through the rigmarole of a lot of the Fed pumping and all that different stuff that we've been watching happening over all this amount of time. I wouldn't see it as out of the ordinary. And the writing is clearly on the wall now. And it's also one of the most interesting parts about this, that at least I see is probably one of the most interesting things, does certainly have to do with the fact that we do have. Is it back? Pumping Dogecoin of all things. Did I fix the audio now? I have to figure it out. It should be back. I mean, it just sort of shows you how pathetic people have become, honestly. I mean, I don't have a problem with Doge. I have some Dogecoin anyway, you know. I mean, I like Dogecoin, but so how many of you are going to be joining the crusade of advocating to Elon Musk that we have to tweet that we want a tweet about DigiByte, Elon. That's what we want. Doge needs a new CEO. I mean, it is a pump and dump. It's not the. I mean, but it is a symptom of the trickle down effect of what we're going to be witnessing happening in real time. The the implications of this are so far reaching. I don't think people really understand. But thank God we still have an opportunity to fill our bags, don't we? I mean, it's not the world hasn't come screeching to a halt yet. I mean, the ship might be sailed on Bitcoin for the time being. What would the different what's this? Biden moves. Let's read this. What is this? Coin deck. It's a video. Biden slips Bitcoin slips despite BlackRock and world's biggest asset manager making moves to enter the Bitcoin market. And U.S. President freezing Trump era proposed regulation that would widely criticized. Huh. That is interesting, because you think about you think about global events and who's in whose pocket, who's in bed with who. Because Trump was widely was critical of Bitcoin. I believe he only tweeted about it once, but he had some harsh words to say about it, and then it was prelude to a very very weird proposal in that time frame. Yeah, you think that there's a pump? I believe that there'll be a pump of all the entire crypto market cap, but I also wouldn't totally rule out the potential for like what I would say would be a dump. But definitely an interesting time to pay attention to a lot of this stuff. Certainly very interesting. Can we get Script Skynet on the show? That would make my day. See what he says. If we can get him on here, that'd make this show a lot more interesting. I could stop rambling. We could actually have a civilized conversation. It's such a fucking hoe. I love it. Your boyfriend is a dork, McLovin. It's such a fucking hoe. Let's see if he shows up. He replied, so he's probably at work though. No, he's coming. Looks like he's coming. He sent me the fire emoji. Looks like we're gonna have Script on. I gotta grab my microphone though. So oh, there he is. What's up, dude? I gotta get my microphone so I could hear you.
No problem.
All right, just talk to the people for a second. I'll be there in a second.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm live. So let me find out what channel this is. Is this Buster, FaZe, Guru? Which channel are we on?
We're on FaZe.
Which channel are we on?
We're on FaZe.
We're on the FaZe, man. What is going on, FaZe?
Stop, bro. Doing the face cam.
Yeah.
I gotta do the audio.
So That's better.
Just address the crowd. You don't have to talk.
So what have you? What? Yes, I'm Script Skynet. What's up? You guys don't know who I am. That's who I am. I'm a robot from the future sent back to tell you about DigiByte.
Huh. I don't know. I might actually just be able to hear you out of my microphone, but I'm concerned about an echo.
Oh, I don't hear. Well, as long as you have since you're hosting it, as long as you have your volume just down a little bit, where actually, as long as you host it, you should be fine. It's on my end, or if you have your phone playing in the background, that would bring an echo too.
Huh. Oh, well, as long as there's no echo, I don't need these. I don't need to look like a. So what have you been? So what are your opinion on everything, man? There's a lot of stuff.
Wall Street bets, yeah. Pumping Doge, a meme coin, a freaking meme coin, man. I mean, how upside down can the world get? You know?
Oh, I guess that's good, right?
It is good, because now it just shows that even a meme coin can pump, more than the stock market.
Oh my God, they ripped the 4chan people or whatever, destroyed. They took our the boomers. They flipped the boomers. They broke all their toys, man. They flipped their table over, and now it's I'm very concerned for the response. Actually, the implications of this could be damning. You know what I mean?
You're right, because I was just thinking the same thing, FaZe. This seemed like a video that you wanted to make, and I was like hearing it in the back of my head. I was like, yeah, FaZe is going to make a video about what could happen next. Like, it's a war, man. It literally is. More people are waking up to the very fact that, let's just take, fiat, United States dollars that's been ruling the world for, I don't know, 100 years, at least since the Rothschilds. So I mean, they're still existing. They still have blood pumping through their veins. It's a war, and we've witnessed all kinds of stock market crashes, and really are left in the dark. This time, we are not left in the dark. Like, if we have capital, if we have money, people are waking up. They're buying decentralized Bitcoin or decentralized Doge.
Assets or DigiByte.
Yeah, and DigiByte, dude, I have this like thing on DigiByte that is huge, and I've been kind of squeaky clean on it, but I'm trying to get permission to talk about it. So once I get that permission, I can go full throttle with this.
Oh, with your buddies in the community?
Well, like the core dev team.
Oh yeah, because you've been really ingratiating yourself onto some with just building and building relationships. I noticed in your Twitter your Twitter community. Let me pull up your Twitter so people know people can go check out who you are.
Yeah, look at all my tweets. There I am.
Yeah, dude. You know what I was thinking about this
there it is,
with
right
this.
There. Go down.
Oh,
wait.
Let me go back.
Go back. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Go down. It says Soy ID. Okay, there it is.
Oh, I looked at this. Yeah, we were just checking this out.
Yeah, look below it.
Yeah. Oh, is this your account? Is this like a new account or something?
Yeah, it's a picture. It's a picture, but look down. Oh, is that the actual?
I clicked it.
Is that the actual account? Soya ID. There.
Oh, there's the account. Yeah.
Scribbling. Look at the blue scribbling though on my feed, below what I tweeted.
Oh, go back.
Account. Are you following them? You need to follow them, by the way.
Yeah, I'll follow them right now.
This is a big, huge thing, and I'm just kind of like pushing it out there little by little. But you didn't look at it. Go back to that tweet and look below it. My tweet.
Yeah.
This is huge. Look below it. Did you
Oh,
see
this
it?
one.
That.
Yeah.
Yes. Now blow it up and read it. Did you see what it was?
No, I didn't see this one. I stopped at the other one. Let me see. It was very nice to meet you, and always glad to meet other people working for the same space. Look for partnering. Wow. Uh, oh, okay. Thanks. Wow. Hey, that's pretty. Yeah, the DigiByte awareness team. Wow. Yeah, that's what I was
Now
saying.
who
Yeah,
is that?
the
But who
aware that
was it? Who were they talking to?
you right.
No. No. Go back to that letter. Look
Oh,
at the very top of the header on the scribbling sheet. Yeah. Very top.
oh, a Curb Patel. Huh.
No, keep reading it. Look what it says on the top. Right there.
The
Right there on the very end.
You
Right
just
there
got to
on the very
spell it
end.
out for me.
No, it's right there. Go up on your cursor, go up, right on the
Yeah,
very end, right there. Who is that?
a Curb Patel.
The very
I don't
last
know.
word. The very last
Uh,
word, bro. Say it.
Microsoft.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. Obviously, yeah. Everybody's calling me an idiot. Yeah, I don't know. I
No,
have like
no, you're not an
a
idiot.
dyslexia.
So this
But
is
hell,
this is real. This is what's going on. There is a partnership, but I can't tell you who's talking in there. But that's like the Microsoft Legends of the program language basic. That's way back in the 90s. That's what started software. They're talking to them. And
that's
if that's the
impressive.
case, that is huge. Now I
Dude,
wish
we
I
got
could
100
reveal the
people
name.
watching.
What?
We got 120 people watching.
Oh man.
That's
What'd you throw
I
me
didn't even know.
into?
As soon as you came on, bro, I don't know. Everybody wants to know about the future of Doge. But no, I wanted to talk about I feel like that is crazy. That's what I was saying. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on, but I was gonna say in respect to that whole conversation about the GameStop thing. There are a lot of really pissed off people. There are a lot of like really pissed off people who have a lot of money now because they were on these weird message board like and it almost reminds me of that whole like and essentially when we see stuff like the current like meme culture being like replacing the stock market, like the old boring like suits, those guys, and we watch like what's happening with like the paradigm shift, and like it makes me think about like I mean, I want to say that like the like neckbeard 4chan user who was stacking sats all this time is now the next generation of wealth, and it is definitely like a symptom of that era, like that, and like the reckoning, and these people are pissed off about like what's happening with the internet now, and like another thing I was going to say about it was like and another thing that I just an idea that I've been throwing out there, and a reason why I've been trying to pick on Elon Musk so much um is like he's like the only one right now who seems like he has the money, the inclination, and like the philosophical bend to actually like shoot a satellite in the air and like recreate the infrastructure of the internet, to any meaningful capacity. You know what I mean? Like I know that's sort of a pipe dream, but I feel like it's important to put those sort of ideas out there. Essentially, like like the problems with like censorship and stuff like that. I think people need to actually start thinking about like buying some sort of paying off some like corrupt nation in South Africa and getting them to be because Silicon Valley's lost. These like a lot of these different platforms, and the writing on the wall that I saw with the with the GME stock and stuff like that really had a lot to do with really is sort of like the same thing that we saw happen to political commentary on the internet. Is it seems like the writing's on the wall that's going to happen for people to talk about like physical issues, or assets and stuff like that.
Dude, I think what we're seeing, yes, like the new paradigm shift. The old paradigm shift is broken, and it's literally spewing off and right in front of our faces.
Yeah.
It's just spewing all over the place. You know what? Like Oz, the Wizard of Oz, with the great I am the great Oz, and he's playing behind the curtain, and the curtain, opens up.
Yeah.
Everything's being revealed,
Hey,
man.
you know what's funny? You know what's funny is the dog opens the curtain too. The Doge,
Yeah,
and that's
Toto.
yeah.
The Doge opens up the curtain. Wow.
Isn't that a little? Isn't that kind of weird how
Weird.
history? Yeah, it is. It's frightening. You know what? It makes me miss. It makes me miss like 2017. I wish that I could just go back in time to when Bitcoin was at $20,000, and I could have just, and I just had all that time when it was just our own little club. When us, like, when the people involved with cryptocurrency just had all the time in the world to just collect our little digital assets. Because now it's so, like, I mean, it'll go back. I honestly still think that the market makers aren't going to be able to leave the money on the table, and I can imagine seeing Bitcoin dump down to like $9,000 still. I don't see it as totally out of the. I don't think that everybody always thinks that whenever this type of stuff happens that like this is the end of money, but we still have to get rid of paper money. We still got to do, like, there's still a lot more. There's still a lot more weapons in the war chest of the elites that need to be deployed uh, before the real reckoning is to come. That this is still a symptom of it. It's a little hiccup in the wake, and it's a look into the future, I think, especially with
You know what?
memes.
Wall Street Bets, they basically played by the rules, played by their game, and they overplayed them, you know,
Yeah.
and um, and now they're breaking the rules, trying to close off buy orders for GameStop and AMC. They're the market manipulators now. So we broke them. We broke this company with their rules, playing by their rules with leveraging. So just liquidated all those shorts, man, and then they had to buy back. I mean, for
Uh-huh.
every $100, they're leveraging, $10,000, and they profited $100,000. They had to pay back that $10,000. But
Mm.
since it got wrecked, they had to buy back, so they lost quite a bit.
They lost like billions of dollars, but like I wonder how much money is touched by in that. It's probably in the up. It's probably a couple $1 trillion is moved around per at a
Yeah,
time with those people. So like, I mean, it
yeah,
is.
but the company got bankrupt probably
Yeah,
initially 3 times
yeah,
in
and they
one
can
move.
declare, these
Yeah,
hedge funds and stuff can declare bankruptcy and walk away scot free, bleed the economy dry, and become rich, and go hop off to whatever other country they want, because they've got their jets. It doesn't they're not stuck to a town, like, you know what I mean, like, you lose your local mill, and everybody's dad goes unemployed, and all of a sudden there's no school, and like the and they're just rich out of it. It is interesting. It's kind of, I was thinking about that when I was looking at like my dog. I was like, this guy is like he's worth like $80, like, just like physically, you know what I mean? Because he's like a 12-year-old dog, and like, if that, you know what I mean? Like you think about like how everything has like value. Like, you buy it from a store, and then it immediately depreciates in value when it gets to your house and stuff like that. Like, but when it, no, I know what you mean though. Like, they kind of like
yeah,
played, they played they played by their own game, and I don't know, it almost is, it is frightening to see the response. Is what's frightening, because when you think about like cashless, you think about like the fiat, and then you think about like how transparent this has become. uh it's it's gonna get, I mean, it gets ugly. It's like the manipulate, and especially with like really hardcore fiat being like numbers on a screen type shit. Like, they could really, if they could do this with the stock market, I'd think that this is sort of like a real, I mean, it is the greatest advertisement for cryptocurrency that we've seen so far. I don't think there's a better one that's ever happened than just the fact that they're like, no, you can't profit like that. I think was they're like, you're not allowed to profit like that, is the new way. But
well,
they're the
their big problem is back in, I don't know. Remember when they had like they had the floor? They call it the pits in Chicago, and it was just wild and crazy. You go up in there, and you're bidding on you're buying oil, selling oil and all this stuff, and they were and homes, and they were making millions of dollars in the pits, man, and that's not going on anymore. It's internet trading, and when it went internet trading, the geeks started creating ways to scalp with machines, and then who owns the exchanges owns really everything. So basically, they got wiser and basically changed the algorithm on the exchanges, New York Stock Exchange, to combat these geeks that were scalping with computers. These bots, they're called bot trading, early bot trading. We're talking about early bot trading, man. And now we're seeing it in our face where how they used to talk about, well, if it's a correlated pump, then it's illegal. Well, that's not actually true, because when I'm looking at stocks, when like Peter Schiff, he's talking about gold, right? He's like, gold is promising, it's going to be a really good value here shortly. What is he doing? He's shilling his bags. So if that's not legal, if that's illegal, then he should have been gone a long time ago. So for everybody saying, "Hey, let's go buy GameStop," it's not illegal. You can tell them what
Yeah.
GameStop is. Hey, it's games. You can rent games there. You can buy games. You can trade games. You can sell games. You can get Pokemon T-shirts there. But I mean, it's not illegal. So what are they doing? They're manipulating the market. They're bailing out the people that just got shorted or got smashed, and then they're telling Robinhood to close all the buys. They're manipulating it. That's illegal. That's insider trading.
Yeah, I've been keeping up to date with a lot of the class action lawsuits that have been going against with that situation with Robinhood. I put a lot of that on my Twitter. That I think Gary Vaynerchuk had a really interesting thing. Had an interest. It's odd to get something useful out of Gary Vaynerchuk, but they interviewed him, and he was like, because he's like the master of filler. He'll put like one sentence of information and then he'll have like a 20 minutes of garbage with his like conversation. But his so his 1 second of information on this was that like he was saying like this is the beginning of the internet still. Like this is still, and what you say about like the geeks is the best thing I've heard all day, I think is probably the funny like that, because I remember that. I remember when that I just historic. I think I was too young to really understand that, but it makes sense when you think about like the primitive old internet and how like the technology is there, and then it takes and I mean, I guess I'd be interested to hear your take on how like government follows the internet. The internet doesn't follow the Congress, and because it's moving too quickly, and, even like what I'm trying to say, like the technology, like people who understand like coding are worlds away from people who or even who have like a cursory understanding of just how like JPEGs and just how to download or what a browser extension is. The learning curve is actually really there's very interesting to think about, like especially with smartphones. There's people now who are probably 20 years old who have never used a personal computer to any meaningful capacity. You know, but then at the same time, there's people who are 20 years old who are like
You're probably
freaking
right.
just, well, they use their phones. They use the apps. They use, they're it's the consumer internet, which is actually what what the future of the internet, the cold hard truth about the future of the internet is the app driven internet. It has less to do with like the what we grew up with like URLs and stuff like that, like are sort of are going to go the way of the dinosaur, because they give the user too much control. It's like they just download an app from the app store, which is how these like Parler and all these other different platforms, and they're all getting cut off because they're apps. They're not building websites anymore. They're trying to, because of mobile and like iPads and stuff like that. It's an interesting it is an interesting way to sort of cut out even like people trading using Robinhood. I've never bought, well, I know I'm not, that's a lie. I bought some Dogecoin using Robinhood, but I'm just saying like to any meaningful capacity. I put about $100 in Robinhood, but who in their right mind buys their crypto on Robinhood? Like anybody who's serious about crypto, dude, you know what I mean? Like you'd use like Binance, you'd use Coinbase, you know, wouldn't use
Guys,
Robinhood. I don't know.
I just got a tweet. I just got a tweet from a friend of mine, Omar, from the DigiByte brothers. Soldier Boy just got his Digi asset, so he's got his tokens. He got it on the Digi asset blockchain.
That's freaking nuts. That's weird when celebrities.
We were working really hard to get that to him, just like your XB asset.
Yeah, that's
XB in the chat.
Yeah, that's coming. Yeah, that's the audience here is completely separate from that too. These are all crypto people in here. It's odd. I don't know why they all of a sudden chose to hop on. They all came as soon as you got here too. I didn't even tell them. There's just like scripts coming on, and they're all of a sudden the concurrent viewers bumped up to 100 right in time. Probably because people are interested in the Elon Musk and Dogecoin. These are like, dude. I was like talking to my buddy, and he was like, he never talked about like crypto before or anything, and all of a sudden he's just like, I'm gonna buy some Dogecoin. I'm like, dude, buy $10 worth of Bitcoin, or like buy $10 worth of DigiByte. Like, why are you buying? Like, why? I don't know. It's people are very sheepish. You know what I mean? Like they just kind of follow what everybody else is doing. You know, my other friend was just like, he's like, dude, I bought GameStop stock right before they made it unable to buy it. I'm like, dude, like, get over yourself. Like it's like the game. You don't. I don't know. People hold it. I mean, I don't know. I'm no shame if people want to hodl their GME, but it doesn't seem very. It seemed like a pump and dump. Like I don't think GameStop. I don't know though, because I have another theory on it, which is like maybe these digital like GameStop stock when we're all fully digital and we're all wearing VR glasses 24/7, like and you know like I look at you in person and you're just like a freaking Snapchat emoji in real life all the time. I heard like on Joe Rogan or something that like when he was doing some interview with some guy who was saying that like people will be wearing their digital assets as jewelry when we're all wearing Google glasses all the time, and the entire world is like what do they call that, a graphic like a simulate, not a not VR, but like augmented reality. The when we're living in augmented reality world, people that will wear their GameStop stock as a necklace, or they already have a lot of those things. Are really interesting. They're like little cryptocurrency, like Pokemon. They're like little digital Pokemon characters, and they're on the blockchain. They're on some blockchain, and then you can. I think they're on the Ethereum one,
yeah.
But and you could collect them. They're like you could buy one, and then they have their own, but they're on the blockchain, so they're limited edition, and it's a digital asset. I don't know. I like that idea. I'm now buying people who I care about Ledger Nanos and just putting like for my mom's birthday. That's what I got her. I just put like 0.1 Bitcoin on a Ledger and just was like, here you go. Here's 0.1 Bitcoin. That's sort of like yeah. Here's put it in a safe. Write down your 20 word freaking code. I did it all for her, but still, it's like, yeah, I know people lose that shit, and it's crazy.
Dude, this is crazy. Going back to those regulations, like watching GameStop do this, and then shutting down Robinhood to buy, or the buy orders. Yeah, there could be a reckoning coming. There could be, because the thing is, we were talking about the internet. When we talk in depth, right? And so your followers have to, basically fit all the pieces together for themselves. But like, once the internet happened, right? I mean, and it was free to use, just like GPS coordinates from Reagan. Internet happened with Clinton. These laws and copyrights are holding us back to our full potential online, right? With communications, with identity, and all this. So it's
Sure.
holding us back because they're copyrighted laws, and they're trying to tell us how to engage with the internet, how to do whatever we want with the internet when it was supposed to be free, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so, even though that might be an ideal concept for what people would say that's impossible, it'll never happen, no one's going to do that, kind of like making DigiByte the United States dollar, right? Well, that's impossible. They're not going to do that, you know. That's a good pipe dream, but you know. But the thing is like the way everything's going, the rules do not matter anymore. It's almost like the rules were meant to be broken so we can shift, so we can actually, you know, start breaking out in that new paradigm that you always talk about on your channel. You know, I mean, not just a wealth change, but like a whole, like, it's, I can't even describe it, man. It's a whole a change that's coming. A change is coming, man. And I don't know how wild it's going to get before it does, but the change that's coming could be holding us back, or it could break us free. But you never know, man. I mean, how far can we push it? Is the question. Like again, like I'm not going to volunteer myself for the opportunity. I'm you know, the opportunity to get broken, but I mean, there's people there's real people out here, you know, really fighting the fight, man. And a lot of people are seeing it now. I mean, just 2020 was supposed to be the year of our focus, man's ultimate glasses, so to speak, in reality. And it literally changed everything. I mean, everybody was either a little bit more dialed in on what was going on in 2020, but 2021, just from that one shade of difference in your vision, now you got twitch in your eye. Now things are changing big time. Everybody knows what happened in 2020, and now they got the crazy eye, you know.
you know, 21 is the age of maturity, you know, like in the, like symbolically, you know, in the same vein of 2020 being like, I remember one of those like really like woo woo people, you know, who my other crowd was saying that like the potential to see like past the illusion, like, or see beyond the matrix would be so like in your face in 2020, that the powers that be would do everything in their power to prevent people from, which I guess we got that too. I mean, it was like, I mean, the fact that it was so transparent, the response shows that there is if that's the, you make a good point, because if things could have just gone along normally, then we wouldn't have seen such a crackdown on not only like liberty, but on just like, you know, the tools are at our disposal now. You know, it actually makes a lot of sense when you think about when they say like the military is like 30 years ahead of us in terms of technology, because they have to be, because like the tools that we have, you know, the internet is really, really powerful. And imagine if they had this capacity of communication 30 years ago, and it was like everybody was all on an equal playing field. You could literally coordinate 100 people to have like a hyper intelligence, like, you know, you could be as sophisticated as you really wanted to be, as far as like rank and file. You know, it is interesting when you really break it down, the evolution of you ever heard of like the Enigma machine, like the early stages of when they broke the Enigma machine, and how that was like the beginning stages of encryption in World War II.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about World War II.
Yeah, the Enigma machine, and then the
was it World War II? Yeah.
Yeah, that was World War II, and then that it was that guy who had like really severe autism was the one who actually broke the Enigma when like nobody else could, and then they threw him in jail because of it. Well, they threw him in jail because he broke the Enigma, and then but since he did that, he had access to all intelligences from whatever you could ever imagine. He knew because he knew the one master code that could decode anything, so he couldn't be. He was too dangerous to be kept alive. He was one of those. But the weird thing about the machine that they created to crack the Enigma is it was they say that's what led to the first computer. Like that was the original technology that broke
that
encryption.
was the first computer. It was the first computer because what it was homing in on was radio waves, signals, and it was gathering information from airwaves and putting it on paper. So that was the first of its kind, never before seen. Code breaking. Radio waves, code breaking radio waves, code breaking German language.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy, but that's what was going on. That's why when the Americans after it was code breaked and it was for real, because they kept seeing the Germans U-boats taking down British ships and all that, they found out that that thing was real. Like they was overhearing conversations of Germans and decoding them. And then so what they did was the Americans said, okay, we'll let's test this theory out with the Brits in English. They said, all right, we're going to bring a huge, like a bunch of ships over here and a ton of an army over here, and be ready. We're going to strike. The Germans never know what hit them. And all the Germans were there waiting, and we were on top of them.
Yeah, it led to the Normandy. Oh, you know what? Melissa Hulkenberg said that she corrected me. She said that the British government castrated him and then he killed himself. So he didn't technically go to prison. That was a little bit more brutal.
Yeah, that sounds kind of crazy, man. Because that sounds like more
it's from a movie. There's a movie about it. I saw the movie. That's how I originally.
It's based off true stories. So, but that's the thing. Like that's how you remove people that are smarter than you. If you want to take their power from them to use it for evil, you got to kill them.
Yeah, it's sad. It is sad.
Learn about it and kill them.
He did all the work and got zero. And I think he had like a ceremonial pardon 80 years later by the Queen or some shit. It was like they're just like, oh, that's how they do it too, and then they make a movie.
Yeah, and then they make a statue of him and everything. Yeah, it's like.
And then that gets torn down during some freaking riot over.
Yeah. True. That is one thing. Like, I mean, not to offend anybody on this channel. Now, listen, this is mainly a crypto channel. I mean, just the past year, when the riots started breaking out, I started identifying. Early people started identifying these crowds, like before it was a big thing, right? And you had the Black Lives Matter movement, and which is an older movement, by the way, way older movement. It just got coined with a hashtag on Twitter, and then Black Lives Matter riots started breaking out.
But right, how old is it?
It's pretty old, man. I can't quite remember what it is, but if you look up blacklivesmatter.com, I think there's another one where it's an actual, like, here's our demands from America. Like, this is what we want. One of the numero uno demands is we want a complete breakdown of the family. We don't want fathers in the family. That's kind of radical, dude. But I mean, like Patrick Mahomes, he's a quarterback of the Chiefs. He posted hashtag Black Lives Matter, but that dude, Patrick Mahomes, probably one of the greatest quarterbacks that ever lived, doesn't know what Black Lives Matter. He used it as, hey, Black lives do matter. You know what I mean? Because people are getting treated bad because of their skin. I totally get racism. But when you look back at the original Black Lives Matter, the decrees and the demands that the organization wants is completely breaking down the family of the home. They don't want fathers in the house. Why is
Huh.
that? That doesn't sound like people are innocent in this matter. Like Patrick Mahomes saying Black Lives Matter, stand for, against racism and all that, and that's fine. I'm for
Yeah.
that, but
You know what the best way to put it is? There's a linguistic subversion with the hashtag, because there's a movement, there's an actual movement, and then there's just, do you agree that uh you know I don't know. And then there's like the whole thing about the police and stuff like that, which has been largely, they seem to have yeah, it is a
yeah,
whole,
it's
I
like
mean,
a
there's a
melting
lot of
pot.
different, yeah.
It's like
Well, it's
one group
interesting.
sees it one way, another group sees it another, but it's like you only see what it really is behind if you study it. Like, I'm not against anybody that's against racism. You know what I mean? I'm all for that. But I can't put Black Lives Matter on my chest or, on a tattoo of myself when you look at the organization itself, what they want me out of my kid's life. You know what
I
I
wonder
mean?
if
It's
they'll
like
have wonder if they'll have their own crypto one day. That's what I'm wondering. I
Black
wonder,
Lives
like,
Matter crypto. As
BLM
long as it's
crypto.
for
Yeah.
the Black
I think
Lives
people
Matter,
are I think people are leaving
no
because we're
racism.
talking about politics now.
Oh,
But
is racist is being a color of a skin. We're white people. I guess we're racist. I mean, we're a race of white people, right? We're Caucasian.
yeah, well, technically I'm from
We're a
the Middle
race.
East, but I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty but let's get off politics. People are leaving. They want to hear
Yeah.
about fucking Bitcoin. They want to hear about freaking they want to hear about Elon Musk and freaking
Well,
the
that's
future
where I
of.
was getting at, right? So you have this Wall Street bets guy, and he's taking the name of Wall Street, but he bets against it. And who's behind him? Well, the people are, not Wall Street. So that's
Who
what I
is
was
this
getting at.
guy? Who is the Wall Street guy, bets guy?
He's the chairman of Wall Street's bets, WSB. He was
Oh,
on Reddit. Remember the Reddit posts? Buy
yeah.
GameStop. And they left there and went to Twitter. And now he created a Telegram chat where it's going to close today. But if you don't join WSB bets, Wall Street bets on Telegram, you're not going to get in to the. This guy just tweets, "Hey, isn't Doge a meme coin?" And I had a friend that texted me before it happened and said Doge is going to pump because he knew the guy before on Reddit before he came to Twitter. And
Really?
sure
Yeah.
enough, Doge pumped like 700%.
Hey, this guy's asking what crypto is Soldier Boy doing. Why don't you talk more about that, since you're just
Well,
you're apparently on inside for that.
he bought BNB, he bought DigiByte, he bought Tron, and he bought some other coins. But the thing is he recognizes DigiByte as a huge community. And one of our guys, I just got this tweet in earlier when we were talking, created the Digi Asset Soldier Boy asset token. And so Amar from DigiByte Brothers sent it to him, and Soldier Boy downloaded the DigiByte wallet. So Soldier Boy's he's learning quite a bit about crypto. I think he got gifted some win from Justin Sun, Tron, and
Yeah.
so he's getting entrenched. He's getting to know it. So I do know that he's communicating with Amar from the DigiByte Brothers. So if you guys, that's a shout out for the DigiByte Brothers. If you haven't subscribed to their channel, go ahead and do that. They have a lower fan base, but they started, just like we did, and
Yeah.
they haven't got the ignition or recognition that they deserve. They just talk about how important it is to own your keys, own wallets, multiple wallets before it becomes illegal to own a wallet with a key phrase.
Yeah, what's your best way to get a what's your favorite DigiByte wallet, honestly? Because I went on I got the DigiByte Core wallet, and it didn't have me make a password or anything, and it's telling me this whole thing about like 5 years and 9 weeks behind, and it's 'cause I just wanted to get I'm getting a new one. I remember I had like I had a different one forever on my old computer, and I just put it all on my hard wallet. But I'm trying to get back into it now. And what would you say
so
about?
if your DigiByte wallet, your core wallet doesn't open on your app, I mean not on your Windows or Linux or whatever, it's probably lagging heavily because you haven't synced the blockchain for a while. But some of the core wallets are kind of frozen. But here's the thing: if that happens, do not get rid of it. They have a new implementation, new protocol that unfreezes your wallet, and you can get all your DigiBytes out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any in it. Do you know what happened? I need to get my old computer back connected to the internet because it like broke, and it's like I can't get the internet on it. So I'm like, I probably lost connection to like all my Neo. I probably have like $1,000 worth of Neo and like like a bunch of just different stuff on there, just like
here's
random.
what you do. So I sent Bitcoin to Vertcoin or Vertbase when they did their mobile exchange, and they turned into Secorex, right? My Bitcoin got stuck on their testnet mobile app for Vertcoin Secorex, and it's still on there. But if you have the address, if you have your address and the keys, you can go to another wallet that does export and imports. You can import and export a key, and you can open up your from the block explorer your Bitcoin or DigiByte Explorer on another wallet.
Yeah, that's probably I have to just take an afternoon and just do all that and get it all together. That's like you know what I did?
It's going to take sometimes more than an afternoon because I'm still working on my Bitcoin from the block explorer. I can see my Bitcoin. It's sitting there like a bunch of money, and I can't withdraw it.
You know what you think? Yeah. You know what that's a big thing with Bitcoin is just how much Bitcoin is just lost in between sides of the page of the internet. You know, like how much Bitcoin is just like, some wallet that some fucking person bought, and even from like its heyday, somebody probably bought like 300 Bitcoin and it's still sitting there smashing their head against the keyboard trying to just just like nah, I have to go to work. I want to get my Bitcoin. I want to never have to work again. I can only. It was a case of somebody who ended their own life over a similar situation like that. I mean, there's a lot of different horror stories of. I remember I used to follow. I forget what this YouTuber was, but it was somebody whose like brother that did that. He sold his Bitcoin for like $25 for like $1 a coin or something, and he had like 25 Bitcoin, and he just jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge or whatever. So one of those things.
Yeah, I've heard a story that a kid blew his head out for over leveraging on a stock, and it was rumored that Tony Vase like laughed at him, but it was like, I guess, I don't know, he was laughing at the comment after that, but he laughed, and people were like, Tony Vase laughs at a guy that blows his brains out over leveraging.
That sucks. Yeah, that is just dark.
Just the mere fact. Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Dude. What I would say though to everybody listening is that if you lose a lot of money, you could always get it back, but but you can't get back your liver. If you eat a bunch of aspirin, you're not going to get back your liver. Your liver is invaluable. Just ask the organ harvesters in in whatever part of the world they're doing that. Organs are worth more money than you get. Just the fact that everything in you is functioning is worth a hell of a lot more than don't freaking if you doesn't matter how much you lose. It's like it's just like nobody. It does not matter. Like you could
sell a kidney. Sell a kidney, get some quick money there.
Yeah, you could sell a kidney.
All
right, they want to hear something.
The hole for a little bit.
So what is Dogecoin? What do you see? What is all the? Give me all the information you know about Dogecoin. Like what the Dogecoin blockchain
supply. It's over like 100
is it
billion
infinite
in supply, man.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, there's a lot of them. That's why it's so
There's a lot
cheap.
of them, and they're already
How old is
pre-mined. They're already
Dogecoin?
ready. I mean, not pre-mined. They're already out. They're already. It's just a freaking token, man. It's a UTXO blockchain. Yeah, it's decentralized, but
Is it its
there's no
own?
development on it. It's just It's just created just to be a crap coin, just a joke towards
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
but that's what's great. You know what I mean? But that's why it's so. That's what I meant by. That's why it's such a great transition into the concept of the meme. I mean, like who would have thought that? Like, I mean, I don't know. I had this like theory back in like this is like an old internet kind of a theory though, but it was like I mean, like the concept of like the image, like I mean this the whole internet. Oh, is that a cat over there?
Yeah, it's my junkyard cat.
Oh yeah. Any new Robinhood? Anyone on the Robinhood exodus and why Robinhood doesn't allow you to buy Dogecoin with instant cash? Uh, Robinhood is crap. Don't buy.
Because they're manipulating it.
Oh, what were you saying?
Because they're manipulating it. They don't want you to buy GameStop either. Literally, like that exchange working with CME futures. They're should I say CME futures? Wall Street. They're against you. They are telling you, basically blocking you to buy. That's completely manipulated. Get off Robinhood. Get on, your own wallets. Dexes, Exodus. Exodus is good. Voyager is good. Clever is good. Change Angel, Bittrex app. Get decentralized. If you're going to go centralized, Coinbase is fine. But the thing is like Robinhood, they don't let you change or take your crypto off. So it's like a fake, phony. Every time you buy Bitcoin, it's fake and phony. It's like air Bitcoin. And they're telling you have Bitcoin, but you just gave them your money. That's all you did.
Yeah, I've actually never
you don't have Bitcoin.
Yeah, I've never actually heard of a person cashing out on Robinhood. I haven't done much research on it, but I don't have like a convenient. I have the app. I don't have, and it was at $700 my portfolio because I put $100 in there, and it went at like whatever the hell X amount because I had a bunch of Doge on there, and and I was like, I think I have like 6,000 Doge, but I'm like, how do I get my Doge off of Robinhood app and into the Doge wallet? And I'm like, there's no anything. Like it doesn't even tell you what's in your portfolio to any meaningful extent. It just says like it is like a you know what I would call Robin. I'm very critical of Robinhood. It's what it is. It's like the Clash of Clans of freaking assets. Like you want to. It's you're basically instead of buying, you're basically just playing some like app on your phone, for fun. You're not, and you show it to your friends, and like the second anybody mentions Robinhood, yeah, it's literally robbing you. It's like you're actually being robbed.
It's Robinhood. Again, like I'm going to say it one more time. If you use Robinhood, okay, you cannot transfer your crypto if you buy any to your wallet, a decentralized wallet. Basically, if you buy anything on Robinhood with like a crypto, they're basically showing you, oh yeah, an air coin saying, yeah, you got your crypto. Here's the value of it. You're just basically purchasing their Bitcoin that they already own, and they're saying you have some, but you can't. I mean, that's it. That's all you're doing. You're buying their Bitcoin, and when you buy and sell and trade on it, they're making money on their Bitcoin off you. You don't own the Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if you purchase it on Robinhood. If you can't take it off Robinhood, you do not own your Bitcoin. That's just get rid of Robinhood. I'm serious, man. Don't even play around.
Well, I'm gonna hold on to it because I'm pretty sure I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to when Robinhood makes it so that like the money on there. I'm waiting for them to do me wrong somehow. They're doing all these people. Everybody else is getting screwed over by Robinhood, and they're all piling onto these freaking class actions and shit. So like, I figure, I mean, my money is.
Wrong.
Huh?
You're not allowed to buy. You're
Just
not
because I'm on
allowed
there.
to buy GameStop anymore on there. Only sell.
Yeah, just because
They did
people
wrong,
were
man.
making.
They stopped you from buying GameStop. They just did wrong. Get rid of it.
Yeah, I know. I should have just sold my. I should have just
I'm
maxed
playing.
out at
I'm playing,
700.
bro.
It's a. I mean, it is. I just don't want to part with my Doge. Honestly, that's pretty much all I have on there is Doge. It's like I've got a lot of. It's the only place where I have Doge, and I'm not buying Doge at 5 cents. Like, isn't it like 5 cents
Well,
for Doge now?
I got a question. I got a question for you, FaZe. It's not. It's not. No. Yeah, but it's not
Isn't it
financial
5
advice.
cents? Yeah, that's none of this is financial advice.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It went to like 7 or 8 or something like that, and then went back down to. It's like 300% now. It used to be like 700.
Yeah,
It's like
370.
almost half the value of what it pumped, but like, yeah, like, why don't you sell your Doge on there, get your money, and buy Doge from a real crypto store? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. That's
So
yeah,
that
you're
way
right.
you can actually have your own Doge.
Yeah, most of it's just.
I mean, it is tracking. I guess I don't know. It's still tracking your profits, but that's all it's doing.
It's 5 cents right now.
Um,
How incredible is
I don't
that?
know.
5
It's just
cents
not-
for a Doge. Dude, remember when Doge? Remember back when Doge was like had at least a couple zeros in between the fucking USD equivalent, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, people are buying.
3 to 4 zeros. Yeah.
I know that's my Doge. Doge isn't even funny anymore because it's not cheap. It's actually a lot of money. 10 Doge for fucking 50
It
cents.
surpassed LiteCoin.
It did.
It surpassed LiteCoin and Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, it
Yeah.
did. Now it's like two below it. It's absolutely crazy. If everybody kept buying Doge, it would have surpassed Bitcoin. That's crazy and stupid this is.
Yeah, well,
why,
that's
like,
the beauty of the
it doesn't
pump
matter
and dump.
what crypto you're in, you're gonna make profit.
Yeah, that's what's cool, but that's what's funny about
That was a huge pump and dump.
yeah, it was yeah, Elon. It was
That is cool, but
an Elon level
Sorry.
pump and dump. Everybody
There's
smashed that
several
like
reasons
button.
why Doge pumps. So Wall Street bets and TikTok. The TikTok kids, man, and the Reddit kids, they all came together and just started pumping Doge.
Really? TikTok has a community like that? Has a
What are they going to do? They're going to try to. Yeah. The kid, that's how Doge pumped the first time. Remember the kid on TikTok says, buy Doge, it's going to $1. You're going to be rich. All you got to do is put $10 in. And like pumped.
Huh.
Yeah, it was news then. It was news last year, like the beginning of last year.
Yeah. See, I'm not that into
crazy.
Financial TikTok. Yeah. See, but my TikTok is like people like pouring milk on themselves in Shaw's and like, you know, telling their mom that they're pregnant and shit. You know, like it's just yeah, it's like I'm on here and then they're
That's
like
crazy.
somehow these are the masterminds behind Wall Street bets. And I'm just like, hey, that's what I was trying to tell you to do. I was saying you should start just making TikToks where you talk for 1 minute about these things and you'll get the audience, you'll find the ear of people who are you'll get in a completely different audience. Even right now, just us talking about Doge, I think we've had like I just looked at the analytics and it's like we had like 75% original viewers. So like we just basically talked to people who don't even know who we were before, so it's kind of cool. But this fucking this thing is lagging. Yeah, this shit is gonna start lagging anyway.
You're killing it online, bro.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'll talk to you.
How many people
probably
are
gonna wrap
watching
it up. We're down to 50. After we did the I think we went up to 130 was our peak, and then we we went off the rails, and that dropped us from like 70 down to like 63, and then people have been probably going to work and shit, you know. So
they're all buying Doge and DigiByte.
Yeah, they're all buying Doge, and hopefully they're tweeting at Elon Musk. That's the goal, is just to tweet at Elon. I'm gonna make a video every day where I advocate just once more because they're popular. People seem to like the idea, and second because I think it's a noble cause to try to tweet at Elon Musk and get him. And also I like to piggyback the idea of shooting a satellite. Advocating for him to shoot a satellite in the air and create a parallel internet, which I think that sort of infrastructure. Especially, what are your thoughts on like BitChute before we end the stream? Like alt tech.
Well, I've been trying to learn about Theta, but I haven't been able to stream anything on Theta yet. But BitChute, I should look into BitChute. Don't they pay you crypto?
Yep. Isn't that whatever happened to DTube? Like the Steam is that still a thing? The Steam social media.
I think it is, yeah.
It's definitely still around. I don't know. A lot of them have been getting freaking depersoned. YouTube. Yeah, it's still on here. I have
BitTube.
Yeah, these old DTube literally will pay you in crypto though. Like they'll let me see if I can get on here. You need your freaking key.
They pay you that's probably Steam it tokens, don't they?
Yeah, which is pretty cool. Like, yeah, I don't even know. I have no idea how to log in here. I have to go through my email and shit. But hive.blog, somebody says. Elon Musk wants 1 million DigiByte every time he mentions DigiByte and 5 million every time he tweets something regarding DigiByte. Says Nick D. Maybe who's got 5 million? Who's got 5 million DigiByte? It'll be worth it if we could just pool 5 million DigiByte together for one Elon tweet. One tweet, that thing will go fucking.
See,
yeah.
I'm starting to. We're doing this all wrong. Maybe we should be telling everybody, hey, this isn't financial advice, but if everybody put $50 in DigiByte right now.
Yeah, we'll have to make a Reddit page, right?
Financial advice, but I know if everybody puts money in DigiByte right now, it's going to pump.
That's true. It is. Yeah,
and we'd be.
Yeah, you've been lagging pretty hard. That's why I was thinking. I've been lagging. The whole stream shut down for a minute there too. But you were on one of your rants. That's why I was saying we should just freaking count our blessings before everybody leaves. It was a while ago. It was like it only happened for like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
I forget what we were saying. Yeah. This guy said he's sending you the address of the. Yeah, I know. I also say something, and I could tell that you don't hear it until about 3 seconds later. So I could tell by your reactions. Yeah. Well, anyway, I think this was pretty good
on my end. Like I'm jumping around.
Yeah, my internet's pretty good. I just have a bad webcam. But regardless, we did an hour and 18 minutes. So this has been Yeah, man. I'll talk to you when you get home or some shit. We'll do another. We'll pick up where we left off. Yeah, I'm glad I was getting ready to log off, but I was like, maybe one last chance of getting a guest on just to keep me engaged. This guy says we should focus on the communities.
Yeah, we've been meaning though. I'm glad we were able to do it.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll if you want to come on the communities. I don't know what he meant by that. Probably maybe DigiByte communities. Get on DigiByte Twitter, Fuedo. I'll put your link. I'll throw the link to your Twitter in the chat so that maybe one of these people will you'll gain at least someone out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, follow FaZe cryptocurrency YouTuber.
Yeah, they got me. They're here.
The DigiByte community.
Yeah, I
Or
know,
Ray
right? Yeah,
Talks.
or any of my subsidiary
Yeah.
stock accounts. All right, man. I'll see you. So I'll DM you hopefully tomorrow. Maybe try to, or if you want to
All
come
right,
on the
well,
other
thanks for having
show,
me
I'm
on.
going to be going live on. I'm going to be going live on Buster Friendly tonight at 8. I've been doing that once a night for an hour at a time, just to try and build the Reddit. I'm trying to build my own Reddit infrastructure over there. Is that is now that I've seen the power of it.
Yeah, but I'm not script Skynet XP whatever. XP Skynet.
Script. You're not?
All right, man. We'll
All right, man.
we'll get to it. I'll
Yeah.
talk to you later.
All right, man. Peace.
I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right, bro.
Lagging.
Peace. Yeah, we're
Peace.
screwing it.